So yeah, so now we're gonna take our pockets that we've made and we're gonna find a spot to put it in. Kind of look nice there, but this is gonna be a pocket, so I think I think I'm gonna put it right here. That looks nice too. Too many choices. All right, I'm gonna put it here. And so just gonna glue the 3 sides, and we're gonna glue some pockets in our book, in our journal. You don't want it to go the whole way to your spine, because then when you turn your page, it will catch. So I leave a little bit, try to stay back a little bit away from the spine for your pockets. And then I just go through the journal. Here's another one I did. I think I'll put that one there. And if you don't want to collage your pockets like I have done here, you could just use pretty scrapbooking paper and just cut out a rectangle, whatever shape pocket you would like. And as we go through the journal, you'll see I'll have different kinds of pockets as well. They're not all this shape, although this is a nice shape. You know, put a pretty tag in it. But yeah, I kind of like to get all my pockets in, and then I like to embellish my pages. I thought that one would look nice there. Maybe I want it there. No, I think I want to do something special in the middle of the book. So I think I'm going to put this one here. As you can see, this one's a deeper pocket. So this one's probably about, this size is probably about, yep, 4 inches deep. Sometimes you just want a deep pocket. And these pockets aren't finished. Like, you can, I still plan to go back and decorate them and put a vocal point on it. Maybe add some lace to my pockets, some trims, some ribbon. Yeah, you know, like, not necessarily that, but I have butterflies and tags to put on there. So yeah, we'll do that later. I just want to get the pockets in the book. And then here's a different style pocket. When I had cut my pieces up, I ended up with this narrow pocket, and I thought this would make a nice thin tag later. I'll turn it into a tag shape and cut it to the right length. But for now, I'm just gluing in the pocket. Maybe this holds your bookmarker. Maybe we'll turn this into a bookmarker and you can use it in your book. And then when you're not using it, you can put it in your pocket. But yeah, the fun part is to embellish and decorate your journal, your little booklet. And of course, if you're using this booklet for photos, you might not want all these pockets. You don't have to add all these pockets. But yeah, just gonna let that there. Come back to that later. I'll let them all dry. And then here I have a side top pocket. So I'll leave this end open and something can slide into it. So glue that one in. Try to keep my glue straight. You can come back with washi tape to decorate the edges and your pockets. Just depends what you like to, what you're using it for. And then pages like this is when I take the time to glue the end, the flap down, so it becomes a pocket. This was a big sheet of ledger paper, and it was one that I sprayed and did some painting. This was just laid out on my desk, and then once it started getting kind of yucky and full, I took it off my desk and I put it in my journal. I stamped, did some off stamping on it, but I think it makes a cool page in your journals. So now I have a pocket there. Okay, I must have decided I want this here. I think this is my last one. This is a nice deep pocket as well. And you can see I just used my scrap, some kind of scrap paper, did some collaging on it. This must have been one of a masterboard that I cut up. And all it is a bunch of scraps being used up. It's kind of nice to recycle. Use things that you would normally throw away. Just give it a minute to adhere. All right, there's the end of the book. So all our pockets are in. So now we're going to move on to making, I'll show you how I did my journal cards, my tags. Do some tags here. Yeah. Here's a couple finished ones. So I make some small ones, some medium-sized ones, and some large ones. This one doesn't have a tag or anything on top yet. Sometimes I'll get my tags started and I don't quite complete them until I know what for journal they're going in, and then I make it to fit my journal. So this is kind of how it starts out. I'll move my finished ones off to the side here. This is how it starts out. It starts out, I had white cardstock here, and I must have did a masterboard with just, you know, plainer papers, old book pages. And then I cut it into a tag shape. And this is where you can do your edges again. I like to ink mine at least start with that. Gets rid of the stark edges. Gives it more of a finished look. And I think I'm gonna put this one, I picked this out earlier. I thought it matched my cover real nice. I kind of like to put this one in the inside cover. butterfly tag I think I'm going to put up here. Maybe I'll trim it off a little bit. I should have moved my flower down a little bit, but that's okay. Wipe extra glue off. Stick it down really well. And then just turn it over and trim the extra tag. There we go. And you might have to re-ink that corner there. I have a little tiny tag here, a label. I'm calling it a tag, it's a label. I think I'll put that down here. I think that's about done. I might off camera sew around the edges just to give it a little something more. Like I said, you could put, I might put a little ruching of lace here. Yeah, also with my other scraps, sometimes I make little groupings of collages and I'll end up sticking on just to give it something. And that's all done with scraps too. I just layer up my scraps and make use of them. And we'll put some of these on the edge of the pages inside the journal. When I get to that, I'll show you a little bit more on that, how I do that. But yeah, there's my tag. I guess I need a hole in there. Get my crocodile out here with the biggest hole. Try to get that in the middle and punch it. And then I think I'm gonna put reinforcers on that. Just so when I put the ribbon through, it doesn't come through. And you can put something on the sides here, but it's a nice spot to write your thoughts down, to journal. And put like, here I have some baker's twine. I'll probably find a pretty pink ribbon to put in there. I don't have anything close by, or I'd look for something. But this will fit right in here. It just gives your journal an extra touch. Like what I do is I'll make a whole bunch of tags. These are just the bases, and then I go back and punch all the holes, reinforce them, and then start adding my labels to them and start decorating them up with a flower, a bird. There's an owl. Maybe put stamp some words on it. But yeah, these are some that I'm working on at the moment. I haven't finished them completely, but they're further along than my other stack. So I'll make a whole stack of these at one time. so that I have a bunch and I don't need to stop when I'm putting a journal together. I don't need to stop and make a tag because I can just pick out of the tags that I have pre-made. So then you just go through, and here I'm going to cover it with some scrapbooking paper that matches the cover. I'm going to put that there. I just need to cut it down to size. I think that will look really pretty with the pink page. So I'll do that then, and I'll start embellishing the pages themselves, like the edges of the pages. And that's where these here little scraps come into play. Just pull this out. I see that that blends in, but if you put it on the opposite page with the yellow, I just think that looks really pretty. You can put it up towards the top and or down towards the bottom, wherever you would like. You can even then just glue it on 3 sides, and you can have it as a tuck. You can slide your tag in there. So, and these here, these aren't finished. These are just the bases. Like I went through my scraps and just did a whole bunch of bases of the little, because this would look really pretty here on the edge of the page. As you can see, it would look nice up at the top. And then what you can do is you can further embellish it. Put butterflies up there. You could put a floral with it. This would look really cute on the side here, and then put the floral up at the top. So yeah, there's so much you can do. These are just some ideas. But one afternoon I sat down and just glued all these little strips that I had left over from my journals. I have some tiny ones, and then I have some larger ones. Like this is pretty large, but that would look really pretty right there. And then you could, yeah, add a floral to it. You can also add some lace to it and some stitching. I'm going to do some stitching on some of these before I put them in my journal. Yeah, I can't really sew really well, but yeah, so just sat down and made a whole bunch of just those edges. Here's another one. I just love this one too. It's beautiful. It just finishes off your page. You still have plenty of writing space there to write on. Put a photo there, a couple photos. Yeah, it just helps make your journal how you want it to look with your scraps, with your things. Just use what you have. Don't think you have to go out and buy anything. I'm sure if you look around, you can find some tablets that this is just a grid sheet. On the other side, it's just lined paper. You can just use what you have around the house. I'm sure you have some photo paper. That's just photo paper with some ink on the edges. This is some scrapbooking paper. Yeah, it's fun to see what you can do with just what you have and not feel like you have to go out and buy things. These here, I must say, these here cutouts came from a kit that I bought on Etsy. And the kits are very inexpensive, anywhere from $2 to maybe $5 or $6. And if you go and you're on YouTube or on Facebook and you're follow somebody, they'll often give out a freebie, and then you can print it out yourself and use that. So yeah, that's what I do with a lot of my things. So then you just go through, and now you can add things to your pages. I also take my little scraps and make little notebooks. That way, if somebody gets this journal or buys this journal from me, they have some papers to play with, or just use it as a notepad, or write little notes down, little quotes, inspirational quotes, maybe. And these fit really nice in the pockets to fill your journal up with. I also have, this was a printout that I got a freebie online. I just printed it on cardstock, inked it up, and it looks really pretty in your journal. Yeah, then you just continue with that, and just put some of your pretty tags in it. And yeah, I use this for I have some of these that are personal journals that I keep and I write in them myself, but I also sell some at craft fairs. I don't have an Etsy shop yet, but maybe in the future. We'll see. Yeah, and you can add little beads to the end of your strings here to make it how you want it. Your front here, you can decorate that up as well. I don't have nothing at the moment. Maybe I'll put a little label up here. It says this book belongs to. That's something. I'm sure I got that on a freebie kit. Yeah, there's a couple different channels. Just look up on YouTube scrapbooking YouTubers and you'll find plenty. I can't begin to name them all, so I'm not going to start naming anyone because, yeah. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you go create and be creative, and give your creations as gifts. That's one of my favorite things to do with my creative journals, is to give them to my friends and family. So I hope you enjoyed this and have a great day. Bye.